Hello everyone, welcome to chemistry class. Here we are with the chapter number 6, chemical reactions. In this chapter we will be studying about the different type of changes around us in the form of the chemical reactions, and majorly we will be focusing upon the types of chemical reaction and the energy changes in these chemical reactions. So all around us different number of chemical reactions are always happening. So some of these changes always show a change in color, some will have a production or evolution of the gas, some will form a precipitate, and so on. So one kind or the other kind of observation are always coming, and these reactions always lead to what? They always lead the smaller molecules or the smaller parts to form the bigger molecules or bigger entities. Also, in some cases, what may happen? The bigger entities or the bigger molecules may break themselves into the small ones. So, whatever is happening, there is a change in the form of the particular reactant. The reactant is changing from one form to the another form. So, all these different type of the reactions we will be studying in the particular chapter. We will beginning this chapter with the energy changes, change in energy in a reaction. This is the topic we are going to focus upon in the first part. So the topic here right now before you is change in energy in a reaction. In this chapter, in the present topic, we will be discussing what energy changes. So all the reactions are accompanied by a change in energy. Whatever the chemical change, whatever the chemical reaction, it will always have an energy change, and this energy will be in the form of heat energy, or it can be in the form of light energy, in the form of heat or light. And this energy will either be given out or taken in. These will be the two scenarios. Either the energy will be absorbed or it will be released. Any one of these cases may happen in the particular chemical reaction. We'll come to the definitions now. In case the chemical in the chemical reaction, heat or light energy is evolved, means given out. That time we will say it is an exothermic reaction. Take a note of this exothermic reaction. What is happening? Heat or light energy is evolved. Evolved means produced or given out. In the opposite manner, we can also write in case in the chemical reaction in which heat or light is absorbed, means it is taken in, it is absorbed. So that is called as an endothermic reaction. So two types of energy changes or reactions are there based on the energy changes, exothermic reaction and the endothermic reaction. We'll continue now. In the exothermic process, what is happening? Heat energy is given out, and that is why what will happen when something is burning? It is an exothermic process. So when something is burning, what will happen? We will feel hot in the surroundings, because if something is burning, it is producing heat. Heat energy is coming out. So burning is an exothermic process. On the other side, heat in the case of the endothermic process, what will happen? Just opposite will happen. That is, heat energy will be absorbed. That is why if you take a cube of ice and place it on your hand, what will happen? It will feel cool. That the cube of ice is cold to touch. Why? Because ice is melting, and when the ice is melting, it is absorbing the heat from our hand, from our skin. It is absorbing the heat, and that is why it feels so cool, or it is cold to touch. So that is all two types of chemical changes and the energy changes involved. Heat is either produced or it is absorbed. So now we will see here why this change is coming, why the energy changes are happening, why the heat energy is produced, why it is absorbed. So when for this kind of change, first of all we have to understand how the atoms are joined together. Any two atoms in a molecule is made of atom. I hope you know that molecule is a group of atoms. So when two or more than two atoms are present in a molecule, they are joined together by a force of attraction. This force of attraction for joining the atoms is called as chemical bond. And this chemical bond is a very strong force of attraction. It is stronger than the intermolecular force. Intermolecular force is where it is present in the states of matter. In the solid, liquid, gas molecules, intermolecular force is there. But otherwise, chemical bond will be there in different atoms in different chemical reactions. So whenever this chemical bond has to be broken, whenever we are doing chemical reaction, what will happen there? In the case of the chemical reaction, the atoms are being exchanged. Atoms are moving from one place to another. In that case, what will happen? Two scenarios are given here. 2 points are given here. Let us see here. So the breaking of the bond, in case the reactant molecules which are present in the reaction, their chemical bonds are breaking. That means what will happen? The atom will be free. In this case, the breaking of the bond, that time energy will be absorbed. What is the first scenario? If the chemical bond is broken, that time energy is absorbed. Second thing, after breaking, now what will happen? Atom will move to another side. The mixing of atoms is done, and now new molecule will form. What has happened in the chemical reaction? We take different molecules, they react or they participate in the reaction. When they participate in the reaction, the molecules are breaking into atoms. That time of the breaking of the atoms, energy is absorbed. After the energy has been absorbed, after the atoms have separated from the molecules, then again these atoms will join with different atoms. Old atoms will join with new atoms, and new molecules will form. In this now second point, when the new molecule is forming, that time it will be the forming of the fresh bonds between the new partners. Old partners were present in the old molecule, they have separated from each other, and when they have separated from each other, they will search for a new atom to join. And when the new atoms are joining again, they will lead to the forming of the fresh bonds, and in this process what will happen? Energy is given out. So whenever formation of the new bonds is happening, energy is given out, and whenever breaking of bond is there, energy is absorbed. So these are the scenarios. Energy is absorbed when breaking of bond is there, energy is given out or it is produced or evolved whenever there is formation of the fresh bond. So I hope it is clear to you. Both these things will happen in all the reactions. Now what about exothermic and endothermic? In case more energy is absorbed and less energy is given out, what I said, more is absorbed and less is given, and then that time what will happen? It will be called as endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction is given the name to the reaction when more energy is absorbed and less energy is given out. Opposite, if we write, if less energy is absorbed and more energy is given out, more energy is given, more energy is produced, that time it will be called as exothermic reaction. So this is how we can classify, we can categorize the different energy changes into two types. So here all the same things are written. We'll just read out fastly. And the energy given out is more than the energy used in the breaking of the bond. If the energy used for the formation is more than the breaking, that time what will happen? That time more energy or surplus energy is evolved, and it is called as exothermic reaction. And just opposite is written here. If that is in the case of the in case the breaking of the bond, the energy required in breaking is greater than the formation. More energy is required to break rather than form new bonds. In that case what will happen? Energy will be absorbed from the surroundings, and hence endothermic reaction will take place. So this is how two types of energy changes are there. So I hope it is clear. Here again a diagrammatic representation is given here. This bond is to be broken. अगर बॉन्ड को ब्रेक करना है तो क्या होगा? एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब होगी, एनर्जी विल एब्जॉर्ब, एंड आफ्टर एब्जॉर्बिंग यू कैन सी हियर एटम्स आर सेपरेट. ए और ए दोनों के बीच में लाइन नहीं दे रखी है, मीन्स बॉन्ड इज ब्रोकन नाउ. सो दैट मीन्स बॉन्ड इज ब्रोकन. सो व्हेन द बॉन्ड इज ब्रोकन, हियर बॉन्ड इज ब्रोकन, energy absorbed, then bond is broken. After that when new bond is formed, then again what will happen? Energy will be required there. So that is all. I think you have understood. Now move to the examples. So this you will learn these 2 points: breaking of bond, energy is absorbed; forming of the bond, energy is given out. Now we'll move to the examples of exothermic, and then we'll see the endothermic example, the different processes around us. What are exothermic and what are the examples of endothermic? First we'll move through the examples of exothermic. Burning of any substance, anything, whenever it is burning, it is producing heat, and therefore burning of a substance, anything, is called as exothermic. And that is example is given here: burning of a fuel. When you are burning a fuel, it is producing heat. You put petrol in the car, and when it is burned, it produces heat energy, and that energy is then ultimately converted into different forms, and your vehicle is moving forward. So that is why we are putting fuel in different vehicles. So for fuel, burning of a fuel is an example of exothermic reaction. Many more substances: hydrogen, carbon, coal, CNG, LPG, all these substances are fuels, and they are producing energy on burning. Here certain equations are given here. You can go through these. All these are examples of burning of the fuel. Here plus O2 you will read whenever anything is burning, it is happening. What is happening here? Substance combines with oxygen. Whenever anything burns, it combines with oxygen. Also you can write it has the addition of oxygen. So this is burning. Now we will move to the next one. How some active metals react with water. Active metals, some metals are very reactive. They are called active metals, like sodium, potassium. K means potassium, Na means sodium, Ca means calcium. So let us read this point. The reaction of highly active metal like potassium, sodium, calcium, it is vigorous and exothermic. This reaction is vigorous. It produces, vigorous means it produces a large amount of heat, and when it is producing a large amount of heat, it will be called as exothermic. And also in this reaction what will happen? Hydrogen gas is produced. Hydrogen gas is produced and it burns or explodes. An explosion will take place because of the hydrogen gas is explosive, and metal hydroxide will form. We will see the equation, then you will be understanding this. So these are all what? K, Na, Ca, all these are active metals. Active क्यों बोलते हैं? Because they are having high reactivity. So whenever you put any active metal in water, किसी भी active metal को जब water में डालते हैं, then what will happen? It will produce hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas is what? It is explosive. ये एक्सप्लोसिव होती है और एकदम बर्न हो जाती है. जैसे ये बर्न होती है, एक्सप्लोजन होता है, ब्लास्ट होता है. दैट विल लीड टू ए प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी. एंड व्हेन एनर्जी इज प्रोड्यूस्ड या एनर्जी इवॉल्व होती है, तो रिएक्शन को बोलते हैं एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन. That is why this reaction is called as exothermic reaction. In all of these reaction, three equations, you can see hydrogen is produced and therefore it burns or explodes to produce a large amount of heat. Hence all these examples or all these chemical equations are examples of exothermic reaction. Second चीज जो यहाँ पे बन रही है, this is KOH, NaOH, CaOH. After every name you can see OH is written. OH means what? OH means hydroxide. उससे पहले क्या लिखा है? K, Na, Ca. All these K, Na, Ca are what? Metals. So metal hydroxide will produce. Any metal will be there like K, Na, Ca, और आगे क्या है? Hydroxide है. So this particular thing is called as metal hydroxide. So whenever any metal is added with water, metal added with water will give us what? It will give us metal hydroxide. It will give metal hydroxide, and another thing that will come is hydrogen. Metal plus water gives metal hydroxide plus hydrogen. This reaction is an example of what? It is an example of exothermic reaction. And this metal, always take care, it is an active metal. Always active metal, when you put in water, explosion will take place. So take care, keep it away from water. So that is now point 3 now, example 3. The dissolution of metal oxides, that is called as bases in water. Bases, एसिड का अपोजिट होता है बेसिक सब्सटेंस. सो बेसिस लाइक सोडियम ऑक्साइड, जितने भी मेटल ऑक्साइड्स होते हैं, ऑल दे आर बेसिस. सो ऑल द बेसिस लाइक मेटल ऑक्साइड, सोडियम ऑक्साइड, कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड, एनी ऑक्साइड यू कैन टेक, दे आर विग्रसली रिएक्टिंग इन वाटर. जैसे एक्टिव मेटल को वाटर में डालते हैं तो वो एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन है. सिमिलरली मेटल ऑक्साइड को भी जब वाटर में डालते हैं, दे आर ऑल्सो, इट विल प्रोड्यूस ए लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ द हीट, एंड देयरफॉर इट इज कॉल्ड एज exothermic reaction. What will produce there? Whenever the metal oxide is put in water, it is forming, I will underline here, it will form the hydroxide. Hydroxide क्या होता है? OH is written in the last. In the formula you will see OH is written. So let's see here how it is written. CaO, it is what? Calcium oxide. इसको वाटर में डालेंगे तो ये क्या बन जाएगा? CaOH2, that is calcium hydroxide. ऑक्साइड से हाइड्रोक्साइड बन गया है. So this process is called as slaking of lime. ये रिएक्शन कब होता है? This reaction is done when white washing is done at your home. तो वाइट वॉश करते हुए क्या यूज़ करते हैं? कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड यूज़ करते हैं. इसको लाइमस्टोन बोलते हैं. लाइमस्टोन को जब वाटर में डालते हैं, व्हेन यू पुट इन वाटर, इट विल कन्वर्ट इनटू कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, और इसको हम अपनी वॉल्स के ऊपर लगाते हैं, कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज स्लेक्ड लाइम. कॉमन लैंग्वेज में क्या बोलते हैं इसे? इन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज इट इज कॉल्ड एज स्लेक्ड लाइम. केमिकल फॉर्मूला कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड CaOH होल ट्वाइस. सो दिस इज स्लेक्ड लाइम एंड द प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज स्लेकिंग ऑफ लाइम. एंड स्लेकिंग ऑफ लाइम इज व्हाट? इट इज एन एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन. आई होप इट इज क्लियर टू यू. इक्वेशंस यू कैन सी नाउ हियर. Calcium oxide plus H2O, CaO plus H2O gives what? It gives CaOH whole twice. If you put more water, then also same thing, but here certain changes will be there, means it will be more liquid, ज़्यादा liquid हो जाएगा. That is why AQ is written. ऊपर solid लिखा है. S means not very much solution form में नहीं होगा, CaOH in solid form. But if you put excess water, this will convert into aqueous form, liquid form में convert हो जाएगा, and this liquid form only is used for whitewashing the houses. You can put any color, whatever color you want on your walls, and then another example is given, metal oxide है, ये metal क्या है यहाँ, sodium is the metal, तो sodium oxide, metal oxide example, sodium oxide added with water, and when this reaction takes place, the metal oxide will convert into the metal hydroxide. So sodium oxide converts into sodium hydroxide, and when excess or extra water is taken, the same thing, it will convert into aqueous. Aqueous means what? Aqueous means liquid form. So that is all. Third point we have seen. Point number 4 now, the dissolution. Dissolution means dissolving. If you dissolve the non-metal oxide in water. Point third हमने क्या पढ़ा था? Let us see that point heading only. Dissolution means dissolving metal oxide in water. Metal oxide को water में डालते हैं तो heat produce होती है, exothermic reaction. Similarly, अगर हम non-metal oxide को भी water में डालते हैं तो भी exothermic reaction होता है. So that you will take a note of this now. Metal oxide as well as non-metal oxide, whenever they are reacted with water, they are exothermic reactions. So let us see now the non-metal oxides. Non-metal oxides are acidic. Metal oxide basic था, you can see in the bracket in the third point heading. Here you can see non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. So oxides of non-metal are acidic, and when they are put in water, what will happen? This acidic nature की वजह से acid produce होगा. So always when you have to produce any acid, you will take any non-metal oxide. Non-metals like calcium, not calcium, calcium metal होता है, carbon. As for sulfur, you can take NO2, that is N is a non-metal, that is nitrogen. So all these are non-metals. If you take any non-metal oxide, तो यहाँ पे non-metal oxide example है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. दिस इज ए non-metal oxide. non-metal है कार्बन, ऑक्साइड हो गया तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. सो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जब हम इसको वाटर में डालेंगे तो क्या बनेगा? इट विल प्रोड्यूस एन एसिड कॉल्ड एज H2CO3, कार्बोनिक एसिड. कैसे बनाए? यू कैन काउंट द नंबर ऑफ एटम. H2 यहाँ लिखा है, सेम हमने वहाँ लिख दिया, नो चेंज. नेक्स्ट कार्बन, सिंगल कार्बन लिखा है, सेम हमने इधर लिख दिया, नो चेंजेस देयर. नाउ हियर यू सी द ऑक्सीजन लेफ्ट साइड, ऑक्सीजन 2 आर देयर, एंड इन द अदर साइड वाटर के अंदर 1 ऑक्सीजन. तो काउंट द टोटल ऑक्सीजन कितने हो गए? 2 + 1 ऑक्सीजन, दैट इज 3. तो टोटल हमने यहाँ पे लिख दिया ऑक्सीजन 3. सो दैट इज हाउ H2CO3. दिस इज एक्वस. एक्वस मतलब लिक्विड फॉर्म में होता है. सो दिस इज कार्बोनिक एसिड. रिमेंबर द नेम एज वेल एज द फॉर्मूला. Questions you have to practice. They can be asked to complete the following, fill in the blanks like this. They can be asked in the exam. So all the in this chapter, all the questions you have to practice. SO2, sulfur dioxide. Sulfur is a non-metal dissolved in water. It produces sulfurous acid. Again same thing, oxygen के number of atoms total कर दिए तो 3 हो गए. Next side SO3, sulfur trioxide. This is also non-metal oxide. When it is put in water, it will produce sulfuric acid. H2 same to same लिख दिया, H2. साइड S सिंगल है तो यहाँ पे भी सिंगल लिख दिया. ऑन दिस अदर साइड नाउ ऑक्सीजन 3 + 1, इधर 3 ऑक्सीजन है, इधर 1 ऑक्सीजन. टोटल कितने हो गए? टोटल हो गए 4, एंड देयरफॉर वी हैव रिटन O4. सो दैट इज व्हाई H2SO4 aqueous, that is sulfuric acid. All these acids are produced from what? Acids are produced from non-metal oxide. In short I will write non-metal oxide plus water, it will produce what? It will produce acid. Non-metal oxide plus water will produce acid, and also when in this reaction heat is produced. क्योंकि heat produce होती है acid बनाते हुए, इस reaction को हम बोलते हैं example of exothermic reaction. So then we'll move now point number 5, the reaction between a basic and acidic oxide. अगर हम basic oxide और acidic oxide और एसिडिक ऑक्साइड यानी कि मेटल और नॉन मेटल ऑक्साइड को आपस में रिएक्ट करा दें तो क्या होगा? देन ऑल्सो एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन विल टेक प्लेस. सो हियर यू सी बेसिक ऑक्साइड, ये 2 बेसिक ऑक्साइड है. क्यों है ये बेसिक ऑक्साइड? बिकॉज दे आर मेटल ऑक्साइड्स. मेटल ऑक्साइड क्या होते हैं? मेटल ऑक्साइड्स आर बेसिक इन नेचर. ऑन द अदर साइड यू कैन सी हियर CO2 इज रिटन. CO2 is written, that is a non-metal oxide. These are non-metal oxide. Non-metal oxide are what? Non-metal oxide होते हैं acidic. सो फाइनली हम क्या बोल सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे मेटल ऑक्साइड एंड नॉन मेटल ऑक्साइड बोथ आर रिएक्टिंग, एंड व्हेन बोथ आर रिएक्टिंग व्हाट विल हैपन? देयर विल बी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ए सॉल्ट. यहाँ पे ये सॉल्ट बनी है. सॉल्ट क्या होता है? सॉलिड पाउडर्ड केमिकल. सॉल्ट मतलब नमक नहीं होता है. सॉल्ट मीन्स सॉलिड पाउडर्ड केमिकल. इन द केमिस्ट्री लैब डिफरेंट केमिकल्स विच आर इन पाउडर्ड फॉर्म, सॉलिड पाउडर्ड फॉर्म, दे आर ऑल सॉल्ट्स. सो ए सॉल्ट इज प्रोड्यूस Na2CO3, ब्रैकेट में S लिखा है, मीन्स इट इज सॉलिड. सो Na2CO3 सोडियम कार्बोनेट सॉल्ट will produce. produce. And second side you can see CaCO3 नीचे equation में calcium carbonate, it is also S is written, that means it is a salt. So both these salts are produced in these reactions of the acid and the metal, acid and the basic oxide, acid oxide, basic oxide, and they are reacting with each other, they will produce a solid, that is a salt. And in this reaction what is also happening, another thing that is happening is the evolution of a heat. Large amount of a heat is produced here, and that is why what we will say, this is an example of exothermic reaction. I hope it is clear. We will move on to the next point number 6 example, that is neutralization reaction. In this case what we are doing, we are reacting an acid with a base, and when the acid and base are reacting, what is formed there, सॉल्ट विल फॉर्म. फिर से सॉल्ट आ गया, यानी कि सॉलिड पाउडर्ड केमिकल प्रोड्यूस होगा, एंड दिस विल बी प्रेजेंट इन द वाटर. वाटर के अंदर ये डिजॉल्व रहेगा. सो टू थिंग्स विल प्रोड्यूस व्हेन एसिड एंड बेस आर रिएक्टिंग. रिमेंबर दिस इक्वेशन, एसिड प्लस बेस गिव्स सॉल्ट प्लस वाटर. एसिड रिएक्ट्स विद बेस टू प्रोड्यूस व्हाट, टू प्रोड्यूस एनी सॉल्ट इन वाटर. एग्जांपल्स विल सी हियर. हाइड्रोक्साइड क्या होते हैं, बेस होते हैं, NaOH KOH, बोथ आर बेसिक सब्सटेंसेज. इनको हमने एसिड के साथ रिएक्ट किया, व्हाट हैज हैपेंड फाइनली, सॉल्ट प्लस वाटर इज फॉर्मिंग. हाउ इट इज हैपनिंग, एक्सचेंज ऑफ द रेडिकल्स. यू सी सोडियम और Cl, Na और Cl दोनों एसिड और बेस में होंगे. आई हैव सर्कल्ड देयर, ये दोनों ज्वाइन हो जाएंगे. ये दोनों ज्वाइन होंगे तो हमारा क्या बन गया है, NaCl बन गया है. ऐसी सेकंड इक्वेशन यू कैन सी K, एंड इन दिस साइड यू कैन सी SO4, KSO4, that will produce K2SO4. so that is potassium sulfate. like this salt will produce. remaining चीज़ क्या रह गई है, H और OH. H और OH ज्वाइन होकर बनता है H2O. here again the same thing will happen. यहाँ से एक हाइड्रोजन जाएगा, hydrogen, and here from here OH will go and they will produce water in this case. So this is an example of a neutralization reaction. So that is an activity also given. Take NaOH, put HCl there. तो यही इक्वेशन जो ऊपर दे रखी है, सेम थिंग विल हैपन इन दिस पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन. सो दैट दिस इज व्हेन दिस रिएक्शन इज डन, व्हाट विल हैपन, यू विल फील द टेस्ट ट्यूब जिसके अंदर हम ये रिएक्शन कर रहे हैं, NaOH और HCl, दैट विल बिकम वेरी हॉट. वाई बिकॉज इट इज प्रोड्यूसिंग हीट एनर्जी. हीट इज produced there, heat is produced, and that is why we can say it is an exothermic reaction. I hope these things are getting clear to you. Point number 7 or example number 7 we will see now, that is heat is also produced when an acid act on the carbonate or hydrogen carbonate. carbonate क्या होता है, carbonate is CO3. किसी भी कंपाउंड के फॉर्मूला के अंदर CO3 लिखा है, इट इज कार्बोनेट. हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट क्या होता है, किसी भी कंपाउंड का फॉर्मूला में HCO3 लिखा है. सो CO3 या फिर HCO3 इस कार्बोनेट और हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट. अगर किसी फॉर्मूला में CO3 या HCO3 लिखा है और उसको हमने एसिड के साथ रिएक्ट कराया है, देन ऑलवेज एंड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर CO2 गैस प्रोड्यूस हो जाएगी. CO3 HCO3 प्लस एसिड, CO3 प्लस एसिड गिव CO2, HCO3 प्लस एसिड गिव CO2. लेट अस सी इन दिस रिएक्शन नाउ. CO3 यहाँ पे CO3 है और हमने एसिड लिया है दूसरा HCl. तो CO3 की वजह से हमने यहाँ पे क्या गैस प्रोड्यूस कर दी, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस इज प्रोड्यूस, एंड इन दिस रिएक्शन अगेन हीट एनर्जी इज प्रोड्यूस. सो हमारा एग्जांपल क्या हो गया, वेन एवर एनी एसिड रिएक्ट विद मेटल कार्बोनेट. एसिड और मेटल कार्बोनेट जब रिएक्ट होता है तो it is an example of exothermic reaction. So that is example 7. We will move on to the example number 8, that is respiration. Respiration process क्या होता है, it is a part of biology. When you eat food, all the food is stored in your body and food convert into energy. Food कैसे store होता है in our body, not only our body, in the plant body also food is stored. Plants food prepare करते हैं और उसको energy में convert करते हैं. So that all the food in the plants as well as in animal is stored in the form of the glucose, and this glucose combines with oxygen to convert into energy. एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस हो रही है, किसी चीज़ में एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस हो रही है, दैट इज exothermic reaction. So that is why respiration also is an example of exothermic reaction. This is an equation for respiration. In biology also you would have studied this thing. Point number 9, that is rusting. Rusting of iron. Iron क्या होता है, iron combines with oxygen and water. I think you have studied rusting in lower classes, so will not deal with this in details. Iron जब rusting होती है उसकी तो क्या बन जाता है, rust बनता है, and that rust is called as red colored hydrated iron oxide, iron third oxide. This is the chemical name of the rust, iron third oxide. Iron third oxide is produced in the rusting. So this is the equation given here, Fe2O3 dot X H2O. यहाँ पे X क्यों लिखा है, X is the number of H2O. नंबर ऑफ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स की क्वांटिटी फिक्स नहीं होती है। आयरन ऑब्जेक्ट जिस प्लेस पे प्रेजेंट है वहाँ कितना वाटर है, वाटर वेपर एयर में कितना है। वाटर वेपर कैन बी मोर और लेस इन द एयर, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ह्यूमिडिटी। इफ मोर ह्यूमिडिटी इज देयर देन मोर रस्टिंग विल टेक प्लेस एंड देन द वैल्यू ऑफ x इन दिस फार्मूला XH2O में x की वैल्यू ज़्यादा हो जाएगी। इन केस इट इज़ ड्राई एयर दैट टाइम रस्टिंग भी कम हो जाएगी और x की वैल्यू भी कम हो जाएगी। सो x is the number of water molecule. It depends on the humidity in the air where the rusting has taken place. But you don't focus on this. We are learning exothermic process. तो exothermic reaction है, rusting also is exothermic, लेकिन ये बहुत ज़्यादा slow होता है। अगर रस्टिंग हो रही है आयरन ऑब्जेक्ट पे, वो भी हीट प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, यू मे बी अम्यूज्ड टू लिसन दिस कि रस्टिंग ऑफ आयरन एक्सोथर्मिक कैसे हो गया। अगर एक्सोथर्मिक है तो आयरन के ऑब्जेक्ट गर्म क्यों नहीं होते। अगर वो हीट प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, किसी आयरन के ऑब्जेक्ट में रस्टिंग हो रही है तो हीट प्रोड्यूस हो रही है, तो गर्म क्यों नहीं हुआ है, क्योंकि ये बहुत स्लो प्रोसेस होता है। इट टेक्स डेज एंड मंथ्स एंड दिस मच स्लो प्रोसेस इज रस्टिंग, दैट इज वाई heat will produce but not in that much quantity that we may feel it. So we cannot feel the heat at any point of the time just because the reaction is very slow. Heat will be produced but in very minute quantities. So all these are examples of the exothermic reaction. So this is here we wind up for the present video. The next part of the video will see the examples of the endothermic reaction. Any doubts or any queries you can post in the comment section below. That is all for this video. Thank you.